Hello, everyone. How are you? My name's Lefson Piri, and you can also call me Counsel Courageous. Why Counsel Courageous? Because I'm also a student. I'm doing Bachelor's of Law at Copperline University, Lusaka campus. Okay, for those who don't know me, I did my introduction part in my first video, so you can follow my channel and see my first video about myself and what I'm trying to achieve for creating this channel. Okay, in the last video, I promised that we'll start our first lesson with Bachelor's of Law, which is LLB, and we'll tackle into Law of Tort, Unit 1 or Lesson 1. Okay, so we'll start with our Law of Tort, Unit 1. We'll look into the main concept of law of tort. Okay. Also, we'll look into the popular exam questions, which normally comes in essay form. Okay. So, law of tort. First, let's look into the learning outcomes of this law of tort. What are the learning outcomes? So, by the end of this unit, we should be able, okay, you as a student, you should be able, you as a professional legal practitioner, you should be able to understand this. You are supposed to define a law of tort. You are supposed to understand the purpose of the law of tort. And also, you are supposed to distinguish, okay, a tort from other wrongs. You are supposed to differentiate this from other wrongs. Okay, you are supposed to differentiate. Why are we learning a law of tort? Why are we learning this? Okay, so to my first point, why are we learning this? So, point number one, protect individual rights and interests, e.g., physical, safety, property, as well as reputation. Okay, we are just trying to protect our individual's rights and interest, okay, in terms of physical safety, property, as well as reputation. Okay, our next point is provide remedies. Okay, we provide remedies. We are supposed to provide remedy when someone is harmed due to another wrongful act. So what do we understand by this term provide remedy? So when you come into a school of law, when we talk about the remedy, so these are just the decisions made by the court, okay? These are just decisions made by the court where someone who has suffered harm or injury supposed to get these remedies. So remedies, these are just more like a solution which is rendered to you, okay? It's just a solution which is given to you so that you may be able to come to your normal state, okay? The other point is we encourage responsible behavior and data harmful action. What do we simply means to encourage responsible behavior? When you are in your community, okay? When we are in a community, you as a legal practitioner, you as a student who are studying law, you are supposed to encourage your fellow members, okay, your fellow friends, that what you are doing is wrong. You are supposed to follow this channel, okay? That's what you are supposed to do. You are supposed to encourage, okay, to encourage others, okay, so that they may be able to behave in a manner which is acceptable by the state, by the society, okay? Also, let's look into the benefits. What are the benefits of law of tort? So as you can see there are a lot of benefits which you can get after studying this law of tort. So you can read the law of tort benefits so that you may be able to understand clearly. Okay. So there is an image there showing a tort law. Of course, there's an accident, as you can see behind those two individuals. There's an accident. I'm sure the car which is behind it has bashed into another car which is in front, and the person to your left, he's saying, "I will sue you." And to your right individual looks like he's very terrifying, looks angry. Okay, what does this image simply means? So from the look of things, this is just a tort. So this person who says, "I will sue you," so this is the person who is suffering harm or injured. So he's suffering harm or injured. Okay, this to the right hand side person, he has committed a tort by batching into this individual to our left side car. No wonder when we look down there, we say tort law provides remedy against a civil wrong where a claimant suffers loss or harm. So this person to our right hand side, that's a claimant. Oh, sorry, that's a person who has caused what? Who has caused a tort. And this person who's saying I'll sue you is a claimant, is trying just to claim what he has what he has suffered. That's what we'll look into this course, which is law of tort. Nature and definition of tort. Before we look into the definition of tort, first I would like to explain the origin about a tort. So a tort is a Latin word which comes from a word called a tortus. So a tortus also is in Latin word. A tortus means twisted or wrongful act. Okay, this just simply means a wrongful act. So a tort comes from a Latin word which is a tortus. A tortus just means twisted or a wrongful act. It's a wrongful act. So what do we simply mean? So understanding the law of tort refers to the body of law that provides remedies to individuals who have suffered harm due to the wrongful act of others, like what we explained about the remedies. So remedies, these are just the solutions which the court provides to that person who have what? Who have suffered a wrongful act. So a tort is a civil wrong other than a breach of contract that causes someone to suffer loss or harm, resulting in legal liability for the person who commits the tortious act. Okay? There's a legal liability. What do we simply mean when we say legal liability? Who is responsible of that tort? That's a reliable. Who is reliable of that tort? Tortious act just simply means the person who have committed that wrongful act. Okay, that's what we are simply saying. So, when a person commits a tort, there's a term which we call a tortfeasor. A tortfeasor or tortfeasor, I don't know how you can pronounce it. Tortfeasor or tortfeasor, whichever ways. So this is just a person who have committed a what? A tort. So any person who have committed a tort, that's a tortfeasor. A judge, okay, a judge can ask the lawyer. Who is the tortfeasor among this? Meaning just simply saying who have committed that wrongful act. Okay, so a tortfeasor is an individual or entity who commit a tortious act, thereby causing harm or injury to another person. Okay, so a judex, like what I've explained, a judex, you ask who is the tortfeasor and who have suffered an injuria. Okay, who have suffered an injuria. The lawyer is supposed to tell the judex the same. So what am I saying? By judex or injuria, I'm just saying the judge, okay? And the injuria just simply means injury. It's just an injury, okay? Judex, the judge, okay? And a judge asks a lawyer who has suffered injuries here, or is this person? That's what it's saying. So the tortfeasor may be held legally liable and required to pay damages, which is compensation to the injured party. What is damages? So damages, when you come in law, damages, we are just simply means money in monetary form. Damages, just money. So we are just trying to compensate that injured party. Okay? We are just trying to give a compensation to that injured party. For an example, you are crossing the road, or I'm crossing the road, then accidentally the negligence driver come and burst into me. Remember that I was full intact, I was walking properly with my two legs. Then a negligence driver burst into me when I was crossing the zebra cross. Then a negligence driver come to me and bash into me. I've broken my leg. What am I trying to do? So I will sue that person for causing that tort to me, and he is supposed to compensate me. And what is he trying to do? He is supposed to give me damages so that I can repair myself and come back to normal state where I was. Okay, that's what simply says. So about the definition, we can say also the law of tort is the branch of a civil law, okay, that deals with a civil wrongs committed by one person against another, where the injured party can claim compensation or a remedy. Remember, we have talked about the remedy. These are just solutions which are given by the court, okay, to that claimant. And also we can, it focuses on civil reliability rather than a criminal punishment. So this one is just based on civil reliability. Remember, these are civil law. Civil law is against individuals. Okay, it just focuses on individuals. And also the wrong can be caused by an act or omission. What do we simply say? So an act, this is a physical act, okay? This is a physical act. I've hit that person physically. Then omission, I'm saying that I'm seeing two people are fighting, and me, I'm witnessing that fight. Okay, me, I know that what they are doing is wrong. Then I can be held responsible for failing to act in that wrongful act which was happening. That's omission. That's what we are saying. Okay, that's what we are saying. Okay, since now we have come to understand what is law of tort, okay, who is a tortfeasor, what do we say when we say a remedy, what do we simply mean when we say damages, okay, and also what it really focuses on, okay, and what kind of a branch of the law is a tort. So a branch, we are just simply means this is a civil law, right? It's under civil law, a law of tort. Okay, and also we have talked about a compensation, damages, okay, and the remedy, all those. So now let's get into what is the purpose. What is the purpose of law of tort? Okay, what is the purpose? What are we trying to achieve? What are the many purposes, okay, of this? So the many purpose of law of tort includes one, we have compensation. So I'll read this, then I'll summarize it. Okay, I'll read and I'll summarize. That's where you'll be able to understand. So according to our notes, shared notes, I have only four of them, but remember that the purpose, there are many, but these are the major ones. Compensation, to provide financial or other remedies to individuals who suffer harm due to another's wrongful act. That's a point number one. Number two is deterrence, to discourage people and organizations from engaging in harmful or negligent behavior. Number three, it says justice and accountability. What are we saying? To ensure that wrongdoers are held responsible for the consequences of their action. That's what we are saying. Protecting legal rights. What are we saying? To safeguard individual rights like personal safety, property, and reputation. So let me summarize this. What is it trying to say about the purpose of law of tort? So I'll go back to an example, which I say I was crossing the zebra cross. Then a negligent driver come and bash into me. Remember that I was in the normal state, I was walking. Then this negligent driver burst into me and I've lost one leg. I've lost one leg. Then me, as a person who is suffering injury, I will sue that person. Why am I suing that person? I'm suing that person because I want that person to compensate me. Okay, I want that person to compensate me. By doing that, he's trying, okay, I'm trying, me myself, I'm trying to get back to my normal state. I'm trying to fix my leg into normal state. When I fix my leg so that I can walk again. That's what we are saying in law of tort. So what are we saying in law of tort? In law of tort, we are just simply means we are just trying to bring what is damaged back to a normal state. You are walking and you are busy on your phone. Then someone burst into you. Then that phone fell down and the screen is broken. What are you going to do? You will tell that person, look, you have damaged my phone and you are supposed to fix my phone. That is a tort between two individuals. And that person will claim a compensation. And that compensation, it can be in a monetary form or an object form. He can buy another phone for that person, or he can go and fix that phone. That's what we are trying to say about the purpose of law of tort. We are simply means bringing that thing back to its normal state. That's the main purpose of law of tort. I hope it's clear and very much understandable to all of us. Compensatory, that's the main focuses. So compensatory damages, remember that damages is money. When you come into law, it's just money. So money awarded to a plaintiff in a court case to compensate, okay, to compensate for damages or other incurred losses. Okay, it can be in a monetary form, it can be in an object form. Since I've damaged your vehicle, I'll buy another vehicle for you. Okay, I've damaged your leg, I'll pay so that they can fix your leg. That's what we are trying to say about the purpose of law of tort. Hope is very much clear. We move on into distinguishing a tort from other wrongs. Distinguishing a tort from other wrong. What are we saying? So, basically, in this, we are looking into a crime, which is a criminology. Also, we'll look into the breach of contract, which is a contract law. So we'll differentiate a tort from these what? From these two. What are we saying? So in the nature of wrong itself, we'll start with a tort. What are we saying? So a civil wrong against an individual, that's about a tort. It only focuses on two individuals. Okay, it only focuses on two individuals. Like what I've explained, you are walking, someone burst into you, and your phone fall down, and the screen is broken. Okay, that scenario, it will be between you two individual, civil. It will be just between of you, and you sort out that issue whether there or in court. When you look into the criminology, which is a crime aspect, we are saying public wrong against society or a state. What are we saying? So remember that a state is people. Society is people. What makes it to qualify to be a state or society is just people. So a state is people. That's what a state is. You can just say a state is people who are living in that particular area. Okay, that's what a state. So when you commit a crime, you won't be against individual. No, you will be against the entire state or the entire organization or the entire society. Remember, an organization also is people. Society is people. State is people. Okay, I'll give an example. You are working in your organization. Then you store something. It can be just an HR or a managing director who will be against you. No, but it will be the entire organization will be against you. And they can't accept that action in that particular organization. Same applies to a state. Zambia, you have committed a crime, criminology. The entire country will be against you. No one will accept that act. Into the examples will come later. Let's look into the breach of contract. What are we saying, breach of contract? Failure to fulfilling terms of a contract. I'll start with one example and I'll go with that example up to the end. Breach of contract. You have applied to a certain organization, and in that organization, they have accepted you, and they told you to come and sign a contract. In the contract form, you find the amount is 3,000, which is the annual pay for you, and you find two insurances, which is NAPSA as well as NEMA. You have signed that contract with your employers. Then you worked for 1 month. Then in a contract, it was saying you'll be receiving uh, 3,000 as your salary. You will be also receiving NAPSA and NEMA as your insurances. Then, a 1 month later, you received a 2,000 without insurances, NEMA, as well as NAPSA. What's that? That's what we are calling a breach of contract. You have received wrong information of what you have signed at the beginning, and you have received a wrong thing. You have signed another contract and they have delivered another thing to you. Okay, that's a breach of contract. That's a breach of contract. Or as well as, I'll give this an example. You ordered something from USA, China, Uganda, South Africa. You have ordered a black jean with white sneakers. Then you received maroon sneakers. You received a white jean, a different color from what you have ordered. That's a breach of contract because they have delivered the wrong products to you. Okay, that's a breach of contract. That's what we are saying under breach of contract. Let's look at the purpose of action. What are the purpose of action of this? So in tort, we'll say compensation to the victim. We are just trying to compensate that person so that he can be in that normal state. Or the product which was broken, you have damaged my phone, it can come back to normal. You are just trying to compensate in monetary form, which is damages, or in object form, I'll buy you another one. That's the purpose of action in tort. Then the purpose of action in criminology, in crime, punishment of the offender. Remember, we said an organization you're working, you store something, then everyone is against you. What will be their reaction? Is to punish you so that you won't do that mistake again. And you'll be an example to entire employees, to all employees at that company, so that that mistake won't be repeated again. Under breach of contract, since you have received the wrong product from what you have ordered, what is the main action there? So enforcing agreed, okay, upon terms and compensation. So it's either you enforce that contract. No, I've received wrong. Please compensate me. Remember, I paid 7,000 for me to have this product. Then you have delivered long product. Please compensate me and give me back my money. You are enforcing. We are enforcing that contract so that it can be, you can be fulfilled to a normal state by compensating you, okay? Or go back and give me my product which I've ordered. That's what we are saying. Initiated party. Who are the initiated party for this crime? So in tort, remember that we have talked about two individuals. So it's just injured party. Who is the party? Is a person, okay? That individual, plaintiff, it's just an individual. Then when we go into the crime, we are talking about the state. You have initiated the state, okay? You have initiated the state, which we also call prosecution. So prosecution, this is just the state. So when you have committed a crime, you'll be required to represent yourself in court, and you hire someone who is going to represent you as a defendant. State or prosecution, they will hire someone which we call a prosecutor. A prosecutor is just someone government has appointed, okay? Has appointed, or an organization appoint someone to defend also, okay? That's a prosecution. In a breach of contract, you aggravate party, contracting party, you aggravate, you start again. You will start again. No. I received the wrong information. I've received the wrong product. Please start again. Bring another contract signed. You give me what I ordered. Simple. Burden of proof. Based in tort. Tort is based under balance probabilities. Balance probabilities. You get those two individuals, hear their story, and you balance those probabilities. Okay, this one is a tortfeasor, and this one is a claimant. So you please compensate this person. When you come under criminology, under crime, remember you can't just walk up today and say, this cheater stolen my car. You can't. Under burden of proof, a crime, you are supposed to have beyond a reasonable doubt. You are supposed to prove that point. You are supposed to prove that person is guilty, and I have this evidence. That's what we mean when we say beyond reasonable doubt. I have a video of this person stealing my money. I have this person committing this crime. I have, and this is the information here. That's what we are saying under beyond a reasonable doubt. Also, when it comes to breach of contract, it will be judged according to the balance probabilities. What are we saying? You get those two people, two individuals, or two parties, or two companies, bring them here. What was the contract saying? What did you sign? And what is the problem? When you hear both stories, that's when you'll be able to know, okay? To know that, okay, this person is wrong, and they supposed to compensate this person, this organization, this party, okay? Examples. When you go into law of tort, examples is 1, negligence, 2, defamation, 3, trespass. What are we saying? Negligence. Remember the example which I've given? I was crossing the road, then a negligent driver come and burst into me. That's being negligent, okay? He's drinking whilst driving, and he's drinking alcohol, and he's smoking cigarette. That's being totally negligent. And out of negligence, I was crossing the zebra cross, and he saw me, I was crossing, he just came into me and bashed me. That's a negligence. Defamation. You are publishing falsely information about me. I haven't done that action, but I find myself on social platform, on social media, TikTok, WhatsApp, everywhere. That, okay, this person have done this, whilst I haven't done that. You are supposed to compensate me so that I can be back to a normal state. Also, you are supposed to publish another information telling people that, okay, this person is innocent or she's innocent. That's what we are saying. Trespass. You are trespassing. I've told you that don't touch me. You are touching me. You are trespassing my rights. Don't touch me to my head. You are touching my head. What are you trying to achieve? You are trespassing. Okay? Examples under criminology. There's theft, assault, and murder. You know that these are serious crimes. And when we differentiate these cases, there's what we call misdemeanors. I don't know if I've explained, if I said the word correctly, misdemeanors and felonies. So felonies, these are criminology now, crime, serious crime. Misdemeanors, it can be based under common law, under tort, because these are not those serious crimes. Okay, so there are two different categories on how we differentiate wrongdoings. They are what we call misdemeanors. I don't know if it's correct pronunciation, and also felonies. Misdemeanors, these are not serious matters. Felonies, these are serious matters now under criminology level. Okay. Then we have breach of contract. Examples: failure to deliver goods as promised. I explained this. Okay. I explained this. So by saying this, we have come to our end of our lesson today for Law of Tort Unit 1, okay? Which we looked at the definition, of also the purpose, the benefits, okay? Why are we learning Law of Tort, okay? And also distinguishing a tort from other wrong. Before we close, I have prepared, as I promised earlier, I have prepared the essay questions popularly, which comes in our daily basis exams. Okay, these are the questions. Number one reads, defined law of tort and explain its primary objectives. Okay, it defined law of tort and explain primary objectives. Number two, distinguish tort from crimes and breach of contract using examples to illustrate your point. Remember, we have talked about this, and it's just you to write. Number three, the primary function of tort law is to compensate victims, not to punish wrongdoers. Do you agree? If you agree, discuss. Do you disagree? If you disagree, discuss. Give points why you are saying, yes, I agree. Give point why you are saying, no, I'm not agreeing. Number four, discuss the many types of tort, providing examples of each. Okay? Then number five, there is a typing error between 8 and 6. So that's a typing error, but just go on how we are counting normal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just normal. So number 6, which is supposed to be number 5, reads, how does the law of tort contribute to a fair and orderly manner? Explain from what you have understood. Number 6, which is written number 8, examine how tort law balances the rights of individual with the interests, okay, of society. Explain. Okay, explain how have you understood, and examine also. It was a nice lesson to have you guys. Remember that we are here to support each other. Where you don't understand, please let me know. You can drop in the comments section so that we may be able to help each other. Also, if you have a topic which you don't understand, please feel free to drop in the comment so that we may be able to assist each other. And don't forget that also I'm a student like you, and we are in this journey together. Okay, please feel free. Let's support each other. Your support also encourage me to do more. Okay, correct me where I'm wrong. Write in the comments. Write in the comments where I'm supposed to improve. All those. Let's support each other. And remember that by subscribing, by liking, and by sharing motivates me as well to go beyond. So I thank you once again for watching my video, and also please make sure to subscribe so that you'll be receiving all notifications which are coming from this platform. Okay, also thank you for having you guys. Please make sure to like as well as share, also subscribe. My name is Council Courageous or Lefson Piri. So before we end, I have references to you, these two references which I've gotten this information, but remember that there are a lot of references which you can get this information from. Okay, so feel free to drop any question which you have. Which topic do you want us to go through? Please drop in the comments section there so that we help each other. Bye bye guys, make sure to subscribe so that you get other information which are coming from me. Next we'll meet in unit 2. under Law of Tort. Also, when you subscribe, you'll be getting other information from other courses as well. Thank you guys. Bye bye. See you.